penalty, the presi for the day. But here goes Angelo. Colombia would love to score one more. So too would Uzbekistan, to give Islam and their other followers something to cheer about. Islam, their president, a reminder of that. Danielson still charging into challenges. Who's going to have the final shot of the match? Tuksatinov, who had the goal that got them here, is the player lurking on the edge of the box wearing 23. Instead, it's his teammate who tries his knock. It's off target. It will be a corner, and with this, corner incidentally from the same side from where Alejandro Ortega scored the golden goal against Turkey. How big was that for Colombia? The greater rest may well have told for them as well today. Uzbekistan were in action until late last evening. They played the first game tonight, but the 2 added minutes have been played. There goes the full-time whistle. Colombia, the first team through to the last 4 of the Kings World Cup nations. We have our first semi-finalists, and Colombia deserved winners by 6 goals to 1.
Uzbekistan, aka the unwanted boys, now the eliminated boys here at Bismara, but they do go out with their heads held high. Who would have said it was Uzbekistan going through to the final? But full marks to Colombia, and their MVP Camilo put his name on the score sheet. Big win, no penalty converted by James Rodriguez, but no bearing overall on the final outcome of the match. So Colombia, the first semi-finalists.
Colombia are going to get the party started after this. 6-1 winners, thanks to 5 separate goals. The 5th and final goal counted for double because it came in the final 2 minutes. And they really shared the goals around. Palacios, Camilo Mena, Guti, Alejandro Ortega, and finally it was Quintero. So 5 different scorers for Colombia, proving the point that they can hurt you. It's death by 1,000 cuts when you come up against Los Cafeteros. They will go through, and we're about to find out which team they'll be playing in the first semi-final. The United States and Mexico are now on court. James Rodriguez is still the player that will be getting all of the adulation despite missing his presidential penalty. And a recap of the stats, Thomas, from Colombia 6, Uzbekistan 1.
Despite the penalty miss, Colombia are their very best, their goal-scoring best. It's another big win for Colombia. As we see, they're the first team to reach the final 4, and now USA and Morocco out on the pitch warming up. Who will join them in the final 4? Before we enjoy, though, USA against Morocco, let's look back, Patrick, at the highlights from that clinical performance. And I've said it again, Mr. Repetitive, but they really are clinical. They have that cutting edge as they enjoy this moment, savour this moment, and we're also now going to savour that performance once again from Colombia, who sent Uzbekistan crashing out of the competition. And we are back. What a performance that was. But now it's the turn of USA against Morocco. USA 2 from 2, Morocco 2 from 3 in terms of games played so far. Who will be facing Colombia in the semi-finals in the final 4? Will it be the stars and stripes of USA or the red of Morocco? We'll find out shortly. Morocco lined up awaiting the anthem.
USA, the
USA,
masters of showtime. Probably the word that best defines the Kings competition. To win, they've brought together experience and power to knock out all opponents until only one remains. Morocco, the first representative of the African continent at Kings. Its always echo a song about victory yet to come. The victory that will crown them. The victory of the kings.
And now, before we get started, we are going to have a couple of messages of support, which has been a key theme here at the Kings League. And we are going to hear first and foremost from Eduardo Cortés, Pollo, the goalkeeper.
Well, you know how I feel about you guys. You know, I go running through a wall, through whatever I have to come out here and represent the U.S. And for you, every single one of you guys that come from a different background, that are out here, you know, all the way in Italy, where we didn't really garner much respect when we first came here, but we each knew that we were going to come and try to win this shit. And I still believe, and wholeheartedly, that we can go out and win this shit. So whatever it is, I don't give a fuck. Let's get this shit going. You guys know how I feel about us. Let's go ahead and represent the country that gave us the opportunity to be here, okay?
We apologise for some bad language there.
Nah, guys, like he said, a lot of people here,
Message
you know,
now
being
from Weston
American,
McKennie
you have a
enters
lot of people
midfielder.
that doubt you, a lot of people that doubt you. So obviously you see they got a whole support, but we about to send them home crying, all right? So that's what's up. Put on for USA. We got a couple other messages from a couple guys that couldn't be here, but always represent and be proud.
And here comes Christian Pulisic.
Hey guys, it's Christian Pulisic here. Just want to wish you guys, Team USA, all the best in the quarterfinals. I'll be rooting for you guys, and yeah, man, just wishing you all the best.
What's up, fellas? It's Timmy Wade here. I just wanted to show some love and send my support for tonight's game. And, you know, we're waiting for Torino for the final, man. We can't wait to be there and support you guys in person. So, pull up, man. We're going to show love for sure. And, you know, bring the chip home for sure.
There you have it, Tim Weah and Christian Pulisic, both who are recently in action in Saudi Arabia in the EA Sports FC Super Cup. Milan winning it thanks to a goal from Pulisic, coming back from 2-0 down against Inter to win by 3-2. Now it's the turn of the Moroccans.
And their president, Ilyas, will do the speech and present a video with the families representing Moroccan players.
السلام عليكم الدراري. السلام عليكم. تسمعوني الدراري؟ كتسمعوني؟ وي السلام عليكم. كنبغي نشكركم على هاد الثمن النهائي اللي وصلتوا لينا ليه، وخاصكم تعرفوا بان الشعب المغربي كامل فخور بكم، وراكم هزيتوا لنا الرايه ديال بلادنا ايطاليا، وشكرا لكم كاملين على المجهود اللي درتوه الجبار، وبغيناكم تكملوا اليوم ونربحوا ان شاء الله امريكا، وغادي نفرحوا لا شعبنا لا ملكنا لا الجاليه المغربيه، وعرفكم اسبوعها وقدها، وجيبوا اللقب من اجل الشعب المغربي من الصحراء الى البوغاز. تحية لكم ونفرحوا بكم.
Bonjour à tout le monde, bon courage. Ce match est très important, on doit gagner. Bon courage à tout le monde. On est fiers de vous, on vous fait confiance. Et bon courage papa.
We love you, Dad, and the whole country is proud of you. We know you're going to win because we believe in you. Good luck. Je t'aime, papa, et nous sommes très fiers de toi. Bonne chance.
تفتخروا بكم ديما المغرب.
السلام عليكم، معكم صمامات مسيريرة. الله يسهل عليكم والله يوفقكم اليوم إن شاء الله وتجيبوا لنا الربح إن شاء الله مربوحة وديما مغرب.
نعم بابا كي داير لاباس الحمد لله. نتمنىكم في هذا الماتش إن شاء الله تربحوا توصلوا فينا وتفرحونا وديوها.
السلام بابا كي داير مزيان بخير ان شاء الله تكون مزيان اليوم ان شاء الله خصو يكون رباح ضروري نشوف عليكم كلكم بون كوراج وان شاء الله فينا.
سلام بابا ان شاء الله اليوم تربحوا.
سلام هدية وليكيب كامل بون كوراج بور لو ماتش الله يعاونكم مربوحة ان شاء الله. يلا فاموس.
السلام عليكم كي داير لاباس الحمد لله. عليا بوين إلياس المصري تبارك الله عليكم راكم شرفتونا ونحنا فرحانين بكم والله يرضي عليكم والله ينصركم على من عاداكم ونتمنى الله باش تكونوا هذه العشيه يعني في احسن ما يرام.
خويا سعيد جيت من 11 رجب بغيت نقول لك بلي من ديما وانا مآمن بيك واليوم الحمد لله شتي في المرتبه اللي كتستحق. انا فخور بيك وسيدي عزيز كلها اليوم غادا تسهل لولا الظروف اللي يلعب ويماركي حنا تايقين فيك. برافو لولا الظروف.
Lovely message from their family members. Family first, very emotional. Now the anthems.
The Star-Spangled Banner. They are fired up all right, the Moroccans. Huge support here at Mebashara in Milan for the Atlas Lions, but they are up against the Americans, cheered on by Wes McKennie et al. Video messages from Tim Weah and Christian Pulisic, and it's 50-50 at the moment, Thomas Lawrence. Nothing to call between the two teams in terms of the way our Twitch viewers are voting. Make sure you do vote. Pretty simple, right? The name of the team, USA or Maroc, Morocco.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be tight indeed. USA 2 from 2. And the opening two matches going straight through the final eight. Morocco had to do it the hard way. Lost one 1-1 and then won their last chance saloon going through. According to Twitch, though, USA are going to win this as we see these Spotify secret cards about to be drawn, which can always make the difference, always give you a lifeline, always give you a bit of hope when you appear to be down and out. So we'll see what those have in store, but only from the second period. As for the presidential penalties, they can be played right from the first half, as we saw in our last game. As Colombia sent Uzbekistan out of the competition, Colombia will meet the winner of this match.
They will indeed. So we could have the US against Colombia. Equally, it could well be Morocco, especially inspired by their Corona de Oro. Nadir Loua, who's on his way onto the pitch right now, is going to be the first outfield player. Reminder of the format. The first 60 seconds, one goalkeeper per side, plus an outfield player. Every minute that goes by between then and the 5-minute mark, we will have an extra player added until it's 6v6 plus goalkeepers. The lights go red, the lights will go out, and it will be underway in this second quarter-final. It's the United States against Morocco. And Nadir immediately allowing his American opponent there, Juanito Ramirez, to get to the ball first. And he goes back to Eduardo Pollo Cortés, who we heard from pre-match, Thomas. He's clearly fired up with his colourful language, which we do not condone. Juanito Ramirez sliced wide, and it nearly ended up in our commentary position here at Dismara.
I was worried. I was a little sidestep to move away from the ball. It's an early warning. I expect this to be a really hard-fought game. Unlike what we saw Colombia pretty much one-way Colombia traffic. This will be very different as Nadir looks to have a go, Patrick. Here he is.
Here goes Nadir, twisting and turning his way through and firing it home. That's why he's the best player that Kings League has produced. Corona de Oro, the Golden Crown, and he gets them the opening goal.
Sealed with a kiss as well from Nadir. He does it again inside the opening minute. Strong start, fast start from Nadir, showing his Kings League credentials, laying down a big markets advantage to Morocco. But there's a long, long way to go as Cortés out of his box.
Indeed, the US trying to now create that overload with a 3v2 situation. Well, that's why Nadir is so accomplished at this level. He defends well, he's great 1v1 with that trickery, but there's the equaliser, and what a beauty it was from Devin Vega. Placed into the corner with aplomb. It's one apiece after 90 seconds of this second quarter-final.
Well, our viewers said it was going to be tight. We think it's going to be tight, and it's living up to that so far. Not even 2 minutes on the clock. 1-1. Can Morocco go back the other end and retake their lead?
That's exactly what you want from the likes of Vega. Now he's got to go for goal. Pollo scores! Just like Camilo Mena did in the previous match for Colombia. The worst thing you can do at this stage is produce a tame shot straight down the middle. The goalkeeper holds the ball, and provided he can shoot straight, which he could, he will score, and that is Pollo giving the US the lead.
It was fighting talk from him ahead of the match, and he is fighting his way here, and USA have fought their way back into the match. They lead 2-1.
But again, Morocco looking to Nadir to inspire. Can they get another shot away? They can. Pollo with the save. And now it's one of your favourites, Thomas, Mijatovic.
Big fan of Mijatovic. Just keep an eye on when he has a shot. Foot like a traction engine. That is a quote I have stolen from someone, of course. One we admire.
It's so loud in here now with the Moroccan fans. I'm struggling to hear my colleague Thomas Lawrence. Pollo, it's wayward. He needs to get back in goal.
Yeah, got to be quick, got to be fast, as we saw a few moments ago. Now it is 5v5. We're getting close to that 7v7.
It happens very quickly, doesn't it?
It does, just flies by.
And if you are new to this format, well, better late than never. A reminder, this is our second quarter-final. We've got another two tomorrow. The day after that, we'll have our two semi-finals. Saturday's the press conference ahead of the final. And then Sunday, the grand final. But here go the Americans chasing a third.
They might get it, you know. That's nicely done by Morales.
Luis Morales scored a hat-trick the other day. He was really good in that 6-2 win against Uzbekistan, and he's one to watch. The Americans brimming with talent. Lots of players of Hispanic background in the US side, including Pollo, who we've already seen.
Countdown on. It's going to be 6v6, so space at a premium now. Less and less for these players to exploit.
The man wearing 80 is Fouad. He's another of the stars, along with Nadir. It was Nadir who he was looking for. And we fully expect to see the number 10 at some stage as well. El Amri, who's been really impressive.
Yeah, both Fouad and Nadir playing their football in Spain with the Kings League Spain. In fact, they've got dual nationality, but opting to play for Morocco.
Nice idea, the little touch around the corner by Morales. He's still found a colleague, albeit not in the manner in which he was attempting. Juanito Ramirez will try and go home to his goalkeeper, but the goal so far from Vega and the goalkeeper Cortés for America, having trailed initially to that opener from Nadir Loua.
There was a storming start to the match, didn't take long to burst into life. Pace dropping on just slightly, as you expect, as you get more and more players out on the pitch. Now technique comes to the fore. Shot shots from distance, eye for goal, eye for a defence-splitting pass.
America getting numbers behind the ball, asking Morocco, defying them, really challenging them to break them down. They haven't been able to, but this is nice interchange. Lovely one-touch football from the side in red. Tried to flick it wide, no foul there despite the pleas and the jeers, indeed, of the Moroccans inside the ground here. Reminder of where we are, the south side of Milan, Vismara training ground, where the Milan Academy train as well, next door to where we are. Oh, that was very nearly a costly mistake as it was charged down by Zakaria Hadraf.
Oh, he was very lucky there. The keeper wears the number 0 on the back of his jersey, which adds to his cult status. And Apoyo Cortes. Mijatovic, another sort of cult figure for me in the US team. It's played out from the back. It's a little bit risky, fighting the Moroccans forward. I found a little pocket of space. This is promising.
Here's Luis Morales going down. It's a penalty! And he can't believe it, the Moroccan player who's made the challenge. Issam Iraqi is shocked, and in case you're wondering who's got the penalty, you can tell from the crowd reaction. It's gone from being very loud to being able to hear a pin drop, because Morales has won a penalty, and the United States will have the chance to take a 3-2 lead, a 3-1 lead rather. There's clear contact there. It's a good decision from the match official.
Yeah, no, this is a big moment. Open up a 2-goal cushion. We know still a long way to go, but you want to build up those goals, build up that lead while you can, because you don't know what your opponents have when it comes to secret card. You don't know how they'll fare when it comes to presidential penalty, for instance, which for Morocco would be a shootout. They don't have their president inside the ground. Let's see if he can convert it here, Patrick. Huge moment.
Well, Luis Morales won the penalty. He's going to take the responsibility. Morales! The keeper went the right way, but you can make that 3-1 the lead now for the United States, inspired by McKennie, Weah and Pulisic, and the US are marching on in the Kings League.
It's their penalty penguin specialist. How about that for a celebration? Don't know why the Penguin, will try and find out. Maybe we'll ask the US president at some stage. Mr. Castro, as Morocco try and immediately pull a goal back. It really is end-to-end stuff. Was that offside? We're playing on in the meantime, but yeah, that was a clear penalty. Stepped up, dusted himself off, and really cool.
That's an easy save for Poyo, who goes route 1. But again, we are seeing the form guide has been confirmed here, because the United States won each of their first 2 matches and are leading by a 2-goal cushion. Colombia won their first 2. They were big winners against Uzbekistan earlier on. It just shows that those teams that played in the last chance, they were there for a reason, having lost one of their first 2 matches. And also the rest is coming into effect as well. The United States looking fresher than Morocco, who've already had to negotiate an extra match just to make it into the last 8 in the first place.
Yeah, more time to also study and prep for your match as well. Check out your opponents, see what they do well, see what they don't do as well. And we're seeing it so far, but it's still, I say, always very early days.
Indeed, and Morocco will know that if they can get Fouad into the game a bit more. We've seen plenty of Nadir so far. Fouad has been quiet. That's a good effort. Mijatovic, a wag of the finger as they appealed for a penalty. We've got Moroccans at both ends of the ground. They are going to have a cursory VAR check here, are they? No. Yes, they are, in fact. Morocco wanted to take the corner thinking that the check was complete, but we do have video assistant referee in Kings League, and we're going to see whether this was indeed a handball inside the box.
Checking in progress.
It looks like it came off the chest. It's good, brave defending from Stefan Mijatovic there. The shot meantime is deflected in, and that will give Morocco a big lift. It's a slice of luck. The rub of the green for Issam Iraqi, but Morocco are back to within 1.
Back in it, back with a bang. A bullet of a strike. Took a deflection on its way through. It won't matter to them, it won't matter to the supporters, and it won't matter to the Moroccan players. Game on again, captain fantastic. Making amends. I think he gave away the penalty. So looking to atone for that mistake. The number 99, who at times wears the captain's armband. Not right now.
Indeed, it's currently being sported by Mabashra. But that's a big boost for Morocco, having conceded the penalty, and the flares have started. Well, this is wonderful, provided it's all done safely, the pyrotechnics. But the Moroccans are in with the flares. There are a few boos about that, but it all makes for a very fiery atmosphere, quite literally. And clearly, they took that message from McKennie to heart. McKennie was pretty brash, as Americans, only Americans can be, saying we're going to send them packing, dude. And so far, McKennie is being proven right, but there's a long way to go. And who is going to be taking the presidential penalties, Thomas, tonight?
Well, for the USA, they've got their president inside the ground, so he'll be stepping up
Castro,
to the pitch.
is it?
Yeah, it is Mr. Castro, Edwin Castro, to be precise. Of course, we've seen the Moroccan president watching from afar, so it means it'll be a shootout. They'll delegate one of the players to take a shootout, not a penalty. And you mentioned Boussoufa Prima before. The captain, he was actually suspended in their last game. Hence the reason why this man here was wearing the captain's armband, the number 99.
But here go Morocco with Amri, who's been really impressive, Mehdi Amri. And again they're trying their luck from distance, and that nearly found the top corner. They're asking for a corner, instead it's just a goal kick. But it's great to see. We saw the American streamers, their eyes were lighting up in amazement almost, because whilst we are used to pyrotechnics in Europe and in North Africa, from where Morocco hail, I'm not sure it's necessarily an everyday occurrence at American sports, which can be quite corporate, shall we say. They can be a little bit sterile. We saw the streamers really excited by those red flares lit up by the Moroccan fans, albeit quite rightly. The stewards have now stepped across and put them out. Here goes the skipper. But Morocco have found a new lease of life here as we approach the 12-minute mark. When we get to 18 minutes, Thomas, what's going to happen?
Yeah, we go into those final 2 minutes, the Red Bull roll of the dice. Our energy break energised by Red Bull, which can shake things up. Can have a 1v1, 2v2. We'll find out shortly. These 12 minutes have flown by as might set himself and go for goal here, the captain.
Yeah, Boussoufa was considering a shot there. He's going to start again. This time he does shoot. It was dipping sharply, but not sharply enough. Didn't quite get the trajectory right. James Rodriguez is still posing for photos, including with the Uzbekistan goalkeeper there, Yangarov, alias Kitobchi. They might have come out on the losing side. It was actually Yangarov's colleague, the other goalkeeper, who saved the penalty from James Rodriguez. I wonder whether they drew straws for who was going to take that, and that was nearly a goal for the Moroccans. They won a corner, though.
I thought it was in.
That man, Mehdi Amri.
I thought it was in, Patrick. Hit that side netting. He's won the corner, and he might want to take it quickly. He has.
Another deflected effort, a corner once more.
Now it's a bit more of Fouad, as you said. They need to get him more involved in the game. Creative conduit for Morocco. Creative spark, creative talent, rattle them off the various.
The Americans mustn't be guilty of too much hubris here. They don't want to be overconfident, too smug with the lead, don't want to fly too close to the sun.
There's a few accusations of time wasting from Nadir to the American players as we get back underway.
Long ball from the US, Morales holding it up beautifully, trying to turn into a shooting position. He nearly got the wrong side. This is Fouad for Morocco. Nice bit of skill from him. Fouad looked for Nadir. There's Mijatovic, who is a no-nonsense defender.
Yeah, he wouldn't look at a place out on a basketball pitch as well in the NBA. Not just playing in the Kings League, an MLS star player, sticking out a boot there. Great work.
Fouad trying his luck. That was a tame shot, to say the least, from Fouad. Hasn't really hit the same heights as Nadir coming into this competition. All we heard about was the duo for Morocco. Might be able to extend it to a holy trinity if you also include Mehdi Amri, but it really has been Nadir, the standout performer so far.
Absolutely. All good things come in threes, why not? Yeah, he really is a rising star, and here he is, just just so graceful on the ball. That's a bit of Kenan Yildiz, wearing the number 10, will be in action this weekend for the Derby della Mole.
Here's Amri cutting inside. It's sliced out of play for a throw-in. He was trying to hit it with his instep there to bend it into the far top corner. Instead it caught the outside of his boot, which is why it sliced almost into where Wes McKennie was, pitchside pre-match, giving that big speech. Wes McKennie, who's known for his culinary quirks here in Italy. And here go the Americans. That's going to be a yellow card and a sin bin at the very least. It is indeed. He's not happy there, the goal scorer. It is Iraqi, who has now been shown a yellow card. He'll be off for 2 minutes, and here's why. It was a clear offence there, hauling down his opponent, Victor Eligwe.
Drama, and more drama in the Kings League. Off for 2 minutes. Can now the USA capitalise on their numerical advantage? Gone deathly silent. It always is when a decision doesn't go the way of Morocco. Their supporters packed inside the ground. It's a home from home for them.
And good to see their streamers as well, wearing the national dress, wearing the fez, which is the iconic headwear. Thomas, I'll see if I can sort you a fez. I actually went to a wedding in Italy this summer where there was an Italian sporting a fez, and I said to him, are you wearing that as a gimmick or do you live in Morocco? He said, no, I live in Morocco. So there you have it. Wow. Mijatovic, what a save that is. Had to watch it all the way, Marouane Mizirida, and watch it he did.
It was a rocket that roared its way through, but what a save. Can they keep up the pressure? Can they get the goal from the corner?
They've gone all the way back. They'll start again here. Mijatovic has got into a shooting position. Couldn't deliver though. Thomas, I don't know whether you've seen the US streamers, but I love the stash they've got. Those tracksuit tops. They're almost like Atlanta 1996.
I was going to say the
vintage.
very 1990s indeed. It reminds me also sort of the Cool Runnings, if anyone's watched that film in the 90s as well. That kind of gear, very 1990s feel to it. Retro. Oh, that was a handball, I think.
It was outside the box. Good spot again from the referee. A reminder of the match official, Luis Daniel Chavez.
Under a minute and they can have their number 99 back, Morocco. Can they just weather this storm?
The dice is being prepared. James Rodriguez is going to get the honours. He's already missed a presidential penalty. Hopefully he's able to throw a dice straight.
I'm sure he is. He's going to get some help as well, perhaps from the other presidents. We'll see.
Well, it looks like Nadir has stood over this free kick.
It is.
Is he going to try his luck? It is Nadir, and the deflection this time took it off target. Almost the equalising goal for Morocco.
Might get it now, though.
Nadir! Again, it's off target. Narrowly wide once more.
Countdown goes on. We're going to have the buzz up. And now we're going to have that roll of the dice. James Rodriguez just to our left. Big moment for him as well. All eyes will be on him. Let's see what emerges here with this energy break, energised by Red Bull. The Red Bull roll of the dice. Here goes James Rodriguez.
I want 1v1, no goalkeepers, Thomas. You know I love that.
It's my favourite.
That is my favourite. 4, so that means 3v3 plus keepers. 4
just like we had in the last game.
Yeah, a little bit disappointing.
It is a bit of
There's Wes McKennie watching on there, the Juventus midfielder, also a big star for the hashtag USMNT, the US men's national team. McKennie, who's really come on leaps and bounds since his time in Italy, mainly under Maximiliano Allegri and now latterly under Thiago Motta as well.
So just like in the last match, as we were saying, 4v4 for these final 2 minutes of the first half. 3, 4, 5.
Go. And Fouad wants to get there, so too did Iraqi. Iraqi was a little bit tentative in the challenge. He's only just come back on after a 2-minute suspension. That is a dive in the end. But no card. He wanted a foul on the edge of the box, then he actually fell into the penalty area, hoping that it would be a penalty. It wasn't. But America in charge here. The United States lead by 3-2 against Morocco. It's delicately poised. Morocco hoping to become the first team through to the semi-finals that have had to take the harder route to the last 8 via the last chance, because they won one and lost one. Here's Pollo! That's what he does! Eduardo Pollo Cortés with his second of the night.
Pollo powers it home, and we're all Pollo fans, all aficionados watching on, including the US streamers and the US presence. What a hit! And you know, Patrick, over 1.5 million devices now, and they all saw that incredible goal.
An absolute peach from Pollo, pured it into the corner, but here goes Fuad meantime. Got away from Pollo, it is just a goal kick.
I think I spotted a Milan jersey in the US streamers corner, if I'm not mistaken. So one of the US presidents the other day wearing an Inter Milan, an Inter tracksuit, so they're coming to do a bit of shopping during their time here in Milan, in Milano.
So the US with a 2-goal cushion. Luis Morales riding the challenge. The angle's against him. Didn't stop him from trying his luck and also finding the target.
A really awkward angle, but he got it shot on target. Now Mijatovic and Pollo Cortés, can he strike again? He does have a strike, but on that occasion lacked the accuracy. As we now go into added time, just 1 minute. Can Morocco get a goal back?
They would love to score now, and they might well do. Nadir pulled down. Has to be a penalty. It has to be a penalty.
Well,
are we going to have a VAR check? In the meantime, the US looking to twist the knife. Oh, my word! That is ridiculously good. Fabulous from Danny Benitez.
Fabulous indeed, Patrick. End-to-end stuff. Morocco feel they should have had a penalty. USA playing to the whistle, playing on, springing forward.
Well, there might well be a VAR check. That's what the Moroccans are asking for. I think the goal stands, but Kenny appreciating it. The streamers loving it as well. And Nadir is saying, we want a check here. He wants to get a penalty, which would also rule out this goal. We could suddenly go from 5-2 all of a sudden to a scenario whereby there might be scope for Morocco to make it 4-3. It's not going to happen, though. The referee saw the decision live. The goal stands, and at half-time, the United States lead by 3. They're 5-2 up.
What a game. What a game. It's quite good if they win it, because at least we'll have that guy with us at the end as well, which is quite good. It'll make the post-match go. The post will go a bit quicker if we've got someone just to chat to. And
Hey, so now we know that these 50 balls, they're not going to come in to try and win it. They're going to try to come in and hit. So be smart, take a touch out, let them hit, all right?
Morales is shooting. Who do we want to do?
Let's go.
Up from here. Only up from here.
Only up from here, boys.
I think he'll want it.
We don't fucking stop until that whistle blows.
Hey, guys,
We're
listen.
in their heads. We're in their heads already, boys. Let's go.
Hey, we're going back to what works. Pollo, Stefan Macias, Devin Juanito, Ortiz. Luis, you're the fucking star player. You gotta take shots if you're the star. Hey, listen. Hey, also, real quick.
ما تضربوش راه غيجوا البيوت الدراري ابقى قاعد نعاود ان شاء الله يلا تعالوا
So a 5-2 lead for the United States. It is that all-important time now where the secret cards can come into play, and the secret card has already been produced for the start of the second half. I think it's going to be star player. We had an insight into that during the
secret card
timeout
USA
there. It is the star player. And we heard the coach say, hey man, you're the star player, you got to take some shots.
That's
so
an amazing
whoever
impression.
is going to
You've got
get
a
that
future
green
in
armband
Hollywood.
is now going to be charged with unleashing efforts. It is Luis Morales.
Yeah, so basically for those who don't know, he now wears the green armband. The next goal he scores would be worth double. Then when he scores, or should he score, then that armband is taken away from him. So he has plenty of time ahead of him to get that goal.
Yeah, so unlike the other scenarios that can come about with a secret card, the likes of double goal, sin bin and so on and so forth, player suspension, there is no time limit on this. There is a limit whereby you can only score once from that green armband. It would count double, after which you remove the green armband and every goal counts as one as normal.
Couldn't have been any better.
Nice skill from Vega. He's already scored tonight. That was a bit of a pathetic tumble, in honesty. But the onus is on Morocco now. They're 3 goals behind. If they were 3 behind come the 38-minute mark, which is still a long way off, they would need to score twice without reply to win by 6 goals to 5. It's in towards Saoud, down for Nadir. He's got to the ball first, but losing out to Morales. And away goes Vega, who's very direct and pretty nippy too.
And Morocco called their presidential penalty, Patrick. They want a lifeline right now. They need it.
But so much of the US attention is being concentrated around Nadir, understandably, as the Corona d'Oro best player in the Kings League. This is the Kings World Cup Nations. We've already had a Club World Cup last year, very successfully in Mexico City. That's Mijatovic away. The US able to clear their lines, but Morocco on the front foot early on in this second half.
Yeah, now they can look to their presidential penalty. It won't actually be a penalty because they don't have their president inside the ground here at the venue, so it means it becomes a shootout. Looks like Fouad, who's had a bit of a hit-and-miss record when it comes to his shootout abilities in this Kings World Cups. Over 1.6 million tuned in all across the world. That's impressive, and that's more pressure on this man here now.
So Nadir has certainly lived up to the expectations on him pre-tournament. Fouad thus far has struggled a bit more to deal with the hype, but the Moroccan fans need him now, and there'll be a big cheer behind that goal if he can slot it past Cortés. Away goes Fouad. He dummies and slots it home. Pollo beaten, and Morocco are back to within a couple of goals. Fouad with a perfect finish from the shootout.
Perfect indeed. And Pollo was decisive at the other end with his 3rd goal of the tournament. He could be called into action here again, unable to keep it out. Game on, and it's the beauty of the Kings League. You can get straight back into matches, and now it's a confidence game, as we always say. Morocco.
Oh, Saoud with a lovely reverse pass. Then he was caught there by Devin Vega. Nadir asking for a yellow card. We don't need to see that. But what we would love to see now is a free kick goal from the man wearing 3, Nadir.
And we're soon going to have a president penalty from the USA. It's going to be a traditional penalty. Their president is inside the ground, so it's all happening now. Hasn't taken long for this second half just to come into life.
So Edwin Castro is going to take the penalty for the United States, unless I'm mistaken.
You're not mistaken, Patrick. As always, you are on the money.
And we might well hear from him later on. Fouad's just scored essentially from a sort of set piece. It's technically from open play because he dribbled the ball, but having just scored a shootout, Fouad is now going to try his luck from a free kick. Fouad with the strike. It clipped the outside of the post. Pollo wasn't getting there. And fine margins there, counting against Morocco, the Atlas Lions.
Oh, the USA breathe a huge, huge sigh of relief. What a strike. What a strike indeed. Pollo rooted to the spot, and now some more drama at the other end of the pitch. President penalty for the USA now. And the US can then restore their 3-goal cushion.
Well, Edwin Castro, who's also wearing the Pollo number 0 jersey, curiously. So we've got 2 Pollos, a couple of chickens on the pitch. But will they come home to roost now? That's the question. He's wearing that Milan shirt, which you might well have picked up at the Milan official store on Via Dante in the city centre. It's got the Champions League patch, all the trimmings. Big pressure, though, on Castro. Can make it 6-3. Doesn't want to miss this, though. It is going to be Edwin Castro, just about. The goalkeeper got hands to it, but could not repel it. Disappointment for Youssef Ben Selam. And the Trump dance has again been dusted off and produced.
And they're going to be all dancing the Trump dance tonight, should it finish this way, regardless of their political creed or belief. Castro with the Pollo, cockle-doodle-doo indeed. 6-3 now. USA well on the way.
And the way things are going, we're going to need to get him up here in the broadcast booth later on, Edwin Castro, after that
would be brilliant. Great idea, Patrick.
President penalty, but here go Morocco, unable to make the most of that half a chance that did present itself. It was Hatim Finani, now Iraqi, who's scored and also been sin-binned in this match. The elastico didn't come off there for the Moroccan player trying to dance his way through. Not so on this occasion. Here go Morocco though, good defending once more. Pollo's come out and seized the ball first. And we are very much on course for an American win. It's looking like being the United States against Colombia. That's misjudged. Morales still wearing that green armband. He wins the corner.
Yeah, so should he score, it would make it 8-3, which would be sensational. USA then on course to face Colombia as we speak, as we check out this corner here on that far side.
And again, proof that last chance, yes, it gives you a lifeline back into the competition, but we're seeing why the US won their first 2 matches. Mijatovic went for the scissor kick. That was deflected behind for a corner, at least it should have been in the view of the American player, but it's not gone the way of him on this occasion.
Thank our sponsor now, AirAsia Move, your favourite travel companion across Southeast Asia. Explore flights, hotels and activities all in one app.
Have you ever been to Asia, Thomas?
No, I haven't. I said this to Super Side the other day. I'm letting the team down. I know you two are all globetrotters, and I'll play on words with the USA here. Globetrotters. I've travelled all of Italy, though. All of Italy. That's something. It's got to count for something, but
absolutely,
it's no good for AirAsia, of course.
Well, maybe we can hear from our partners at AirAsia and sort you out a comp ticket somewhere. Name the destination. We'll see what we can do. No promises.
Fabulous. I'd love Japan, South Korea.
There you
Anywhere.
go. All's got to choose one.
All's good.
Can Morocco put a ball into the mixer to try and make something happen? It's out to the edge of the box. They don't want to lose the ball there. Fouad, he nearly did lose possession. Again, he moans at the match official. Word in the ear of Luis Daniel Chavez. Mijatovic, that is fabulous. That's one of the goals of the tournament. At least it would have been. I jumped the gun because it caught the post. The ball flight seemed to suggest he'd lobbed the keeper, but could that give Morocco a lift? It might have been out of sight there. The US had that got in from Mijatovic, because it would have been soul-destroying from a psychological perspective.
How close was that? He's much more than a defender, Patrick. Much more than a defender. More than a defender to me.
More than a defender. More than a defender to you. Oh, not great. Mijatovic, no relation to Pedrag, I assume, who famously scored a Champions League winning goal for Real Madrid against Juventus, was it?
Juventus fans will say it's offside, but anyway.
Here's Ramirez, easily gathered by the goalkeeper. So much action on the pitch, but James Rodriguez remains star attraction off it, as does Wes McKennie in the US ranks. Great to see him getting down, making the trip from Turin to Milan in order to cheer on the US. Here's a chance. It's got to be Saud. Yes, he scores. And they're still alive, the Moroccans. They're still in this. 6-4.
They are alive and kicking. 6-4. And they've got that secret card, Patrick. They've got that secret card.
Double goal, baby. That's what we want to see.
Or a joker. That'd be fabulous as well.
Who's going to be the joker in the pack?
Love it. Who's going to be the jolly, as the Italians would say. 6-4 again, USA. This is going to be a tough one. It's not going to be easy. Morocco saved by that frame of the goal and getting the goal at the other end. That's disappointing from the Americans. Are we going to have that secret card? You want it to come now with momentum with the Moroccans. Great finish. Great finish, just to stick his leg out and put it beyond Eduardo Pollo Cortés.
And this is a lot closer than the earlier quarter-final we witnessed. A reminder, you can follow all the matches live at Kings League MENA in Arabic. We've got all of our various international streams. Here's a chance. The angle was against him. It didn't stop him from trying, Hatim Finani. But they were struggling here at one stage, Morocco. They were 4-1 down. They're now back to 6-4. Earlier on, we saw a 6-1 win for Colombia against Uzbekistan, but Morocco are showing that even though they had to come through via the repescaggio, basically they lost a game and then came back in through the last chance, they do possess quality, they do boast heart and desire, and they've got plenty of support. Can they get a shot away? They can, but Pollo is there. And the US have stopped attacking.
Yep, and I need to get Morales involved. This is promising, very promising. Can they keep it in play?
Well, Morales has been kept quiet since wearing that green armband. The ball's gone out of play. Morocco have the impetus here.
And the support. All the support. Barring a few USA supporters like McKenny and, of course, their president penalty specialist, Castro.
They've got Fouad on the court. They don't have Nadir, who's taking a breather. They might shoot here. Saoud, who's just scored their most recent goal. Iraqi had to get there first and has. He's found the skipper. Finani calling for it on this near side. Saoud got there. He goes down. And the referee stops play because it's a possible head injury. No question it was a penalty, which is what the Moroccans were optimistically trying to suggest.
Yeah.
A 50-50. The US player played the ball to his credit. And Saoud got up as well.
Yeah, Miyatovic, you can see that finger is wagging again to say absolutely no way, as the Americans would say. It's very much a case of go hard or go home, as the Americans would say right now. The loser will be crashing out. The winner will be marching on and taking on Colombia. Looks okay to continue, though, the Moroccan number 2. As you say, scored the recent goal to get the match going again. Here's the drone flies around as well. Will it be checked, though?
I think that's what they're discussing, Thomas, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to start with the drop ball. The Moroccan player told to distance himself because you can't win that 50-50 against the US goalkeeper. This to prod it into an empty net. So we go again with Mijatovic as we move towards the 30-minute mark and towards, therefore, the final 10 minutes of play. When we get into the last 2 minutes, goals will be worth double as things stand because the score is uneven. In which case, Morocco, being 2 goals behind, could score 1 to level the scoring. But if they were to score now, they would go to within 1, and a goal in that final 2-minute window would count as the winner. But it's also true of the Americans, were they to score any goal that they would find the net with would be worth 2 goals as well. Yep. Here's Iraqi. Considered the shot momentarily. Just a fleeting thought, though, nothing more than that. Fouad. Iraqi gets it back from Saoud. Fouad wanted Saoud to make the run, he did so as well. How soon before we see Nadir back on court? He's sat down. Where's that very familiar strapping round his left wrist, much like Alessandro Bongiorno, the Napoli defender, Italy man as well.
Everybody back.
Here's Fouad.
Defending deep.
Fouad through, Finani miscontrolled. Ramirez goes by Juanito, little Juan.
Yeah, need just to ease the pressure there, take it away from the danger zone, take it away from Pollo's goal. As Pollo and company brace themselves here for another Moroccan attack.
But America are organised, the US getting numbers behind the ball. Finani across the face of goal, it could have easily been an own goal. He didn't know too much about that. It ricocheted off the face of Pollo Cortés in the end after it was very nearly an own goal from Dani Benitez. Dani Benitez now going the other way. He'll get onto that! What a 1-2! And what a stunning finish from Dani Benitez. It's one of the goals of the tournament. And Wes McKennie is cock-a-hoop.
Teamwork makes the dream work. And that was a masterclass in counter-attacking football and teamwork from the USA. 7-4. McKennie loving it in the stands. The US streamers loving it. And the USA take another step towards the semi-finals.
Indeed, they're on the cusp of the semi-finals after that finish into the roof of the net from Dani Benitez. It was a beautiful ball back to him, the give and go, the weight on the pass was absolutely perfect into his stride, but he still needed to finish it and did so convincingly well, outside of the boot, into the top corner, and that's why the US are 3 goals clear. But it is going to be the Moroccan secret card. What do they need now, Thomas? You're the key strategist. Edwin Castro is nothing like them. That's the response his way.
Yeah.
And he's unhappy about it. You can see why as well. Peace, says the Americans.
Yep, they're holding out an olive branch there. The Americans, obviously, they were just enjoying quite rightly a wonderful goal. Again, apologies for some unpleasant scenes there, as we also head of the match as well. But out on the pitch, it's pure emotion, it's pure spectacle, it's pure joy. Listen, obviously, it'd be great if we had, say, a penalty, for example, or a suspension, or a joker card, so they could choose what they want. There's not much they can do about it. It's secret, it's random, so they have to be the very best in terms of their strategy when to play it. We'll find out shortly what it is, but if they had a penalty, it would be perfect, Patrick. Make it 7-5 again and just put the frighteners on the USA. So wait and see. Remind Morano still has that secret star power.
He does, but he's not had a shot in the second half, despite his coach at half-time urging him to take shots as the star player. But we have got Nadir back on. So he's one to watch. He'll be fresh as well, and they really need him now, Morocco, trailing 7-4. Iraqi, here is Nadir. Used the run of Fouad, then went the other way. Mijatovic, he's already hit the post for the long-range effort. This one was sliced wide.
Yeah, why not? Why not try it? We saw it earlier, coming so close, and now that's it. Now we're
Carta Segreta.
Carta Segreta, sponsorizzata da Spotify. Spotify, secret card time. Tarjeta. Here we go, Patrick.
Secret card, Morocco, penalty shootout.
Shootout then. Well, we've already seen one successfully delivered by Fouad. Surely they're going to ask him to reproduce the goods. The problem for him now is that Cortés, Eduardo Pollo Cortés, has some experience to go on here. He knows the way that Fouad went last time. Mijatovic there getting involved, no need for that. Bit of trash talk.
Yeah.
But do you back Fouad to score? I'm saying no. I've got a feeling that Pollo is going to come up with a big save.
No, I think he will score. He's got that psychological edge, so for me, we're going to see this become 7-5 now. Fouad to score for me, here we go.
It is Fouad against Pollo, round the keeper, and he slots it home. Was he out of time? The Americans think so. He was out of time, no goal. Huge controversy here. Fouad is unhappy, Nadir too. Mijatovic beefing again, no need for that. But Pollo's a lucky boy because he got a hand to this. And by touching that, does that immediately mean the shootout is over, Thomas, or did they run out of time?
Yeah, no, it was very much, as you spotted right away, on the buzzer, on the gong. We're just checking here. He's come across.
Check complete.
How they'd love a reprieve from the video assistant referee. The ball, there you can see the 1 second, and the shot is away. That's a goal. As long as you get the shot away before the buzzer, much like basketball, it's a buzzer beater. Provided he has made contact with the ball. If it goes in after that second has elapsed, then as far as I'm concerned, this should be a goal, Thomas.
You know, you're spot on. It's just questioning whether he got that shot away.
The goal stands, and Fouad, for the second time in this game, converts his shootout. And to quote an old colleague, he did get the shot away.
In the nick of time. In the nick of time.
Speaking of time, 7 minutes remaining, 5 still as part of regular time before we go into the final 2 minutes. Fouad through, here's a chance! That's a penalty, is it? No!
Yes.
Offside is the call. Well.
Unbelievable.
There were 2 opportunities there. It was fed through towards Zakaria Hadraf, who wanted to shoot himself. Then Fouad wanted to pick up the pieces. In the end, the flag has gone up for offside. Credit to the assistants who've done a good job. A yellow card there for a member of the Moroccan side on the bench. And it remains US 7, Morocco 5. It's a really good game in the Kings World Cup Nations. A reminder, our inaugural edition. First time we've been here with countries involved. not the last. This is here to stay.
Oh, what a game, pulsating, thrilling, engrossing, end-to-end. And it is really game on again. Can USA, though, use Morales? Can he get his name on the score sheet? Make it 9. Can someone else get on the end and make it 8-5, restore that 3-goal cushion? We'll find out maybe now.
American ball. And credit to James Rodriguez. He is gracefully accepting every selfie request he's had from streamers and hangers-on alike.
And I'll be trying my best as well afterwards, I can't deny it.
Was that a foul? It was. That could be costly. Edwin Castro now, the president, asking for a yellow card there because of the shove. I don't think it will necessarily be a 2-minute sin, but we haven't had any yellow cards. Oh, we did. Iraqi was briefly dismissed. So Mehdi Amri is going to stay on the pitch, but surely you give this opportunity to Morales now, the star player. If he takes the free kick and scores, it's 9-5, and you've got 1 foot in the semi-finals. But is Morales even on the pitch? I'm not sure he is.
He doesn't look like it. And should they score, because it looks like they are going to have a numerical advantage.
He is there wearing that green armband, Morales now. It's going to be Devin Vega, possibly, or Ortiz. In fact, Ortiz is the player spotting the ball. David Ortiz. Mijatovic, though, has already smashed one long off the post when he lobbed the goalkeeper. So he could drill one with the right, but now Morales is getting interested, and surely, just in terms of playing the percentages, you have to think it's basically like a return on your investment.
Yeah.
It's like an employer match.
And they're going to have a
with your
numerical
401k.
Well, Patrick.
Here you go. But it is Mijatovic who leaves it for Morales. Morales again on the rebound. And away goes Nadir. That's a good ball. Well controlled as well. Good defending. Did enough. The scorer of that goal earlier on, Benitez. That beautiful goal too.
It was fabulous, absolutely fabulous, Patrick. USA still very much on top, though. As Morocco try and claw a goal back.
Boussoufa away by Mijatovic. Ortiz has lost it to Iraqi. That's good hold-up play inside the penalty area. Benitez should clear and does, but straight into touch.
Flad's gone off now. Just going to take on that far side. No, he's going to take the throw in. There's a play about to come on for Morocco. Need some fresh legs here, fresh impetus. They need something.
Boussoufa, good ball. Fouad's header's over the top. It was a free header for him as well. He knows what a big chance that was. A reminder where we're building towards the final of the Kings World Cup Nations, which will be played at the home of Juventus, Allianz Stadium, on Sunday, the 12th of January. We've got a Legends against Streamers match. We've got a performance from Italian artist Mahmoud. And America might well be in the shake-up for that if they can make the quarterfinals against Colombia. Here goes Benitez. His touch was heavy. The Moroccans have stolen it. Now Fouad, can he square it? He can. Can they finish? They can't. The touch was heavy. It wasn't the easiest ball to deal with. The cross was high, and that's what made it so challenging for Zakaria Hadraf. They've got 20 seconds and a corner now, Thomas, to pull to within 1 goal, which would mean a goal in the final 2 minutes would be the winner. But they have to score. Otherwise, a goal in the final 2 minutes would only make it 7 each.
They've got to get the shot away.
Running out of time. Boussoufa tries his luck. Pollo is there. He won't go for goal. He'll wisely let the clock run down. Ortiz, they're out of time. That won't count for Morales. It wouldn't have gone in anyway. The goalkeeper was there. And what it means now is the USA 7, Morocco 5. Goals count for double. If the US score again, it's pretty much job done. If Morocco score, it's an equaliser, just like that. So just a quick chance for a pep talk. We are now ticking down to move towards the final 10 seconds. A reminder, the players have to dash back to their goal line. Then the lights will go on and go out. It's 2 minutes for Morocco to save their skin once again in the Kings World Cup nations. America have won both of their games, 2 from 2. They don't like being on the losing side, the US. So far, they have been thriving, 2 wins from 2, but they're being challenged here by the Moroccans. And Iraqi is first to the loose ball. Morocco with the first possession, the first play of the final 2 minutes.
You can cut the tension with a knife hit. Morocco need that goal. In the meantime, you can vote for the MVP via Twitch, but don't take your eyes off the action. Anything can happen here. USA looking to go for goal. And as for Morocco, looking to get back into this match.
All the big hitters on for Morocco. Nadir on the ball here. Fouad is lurking on the edge of the box. On the far left side, Saoud finds Nadir. Is he tempted by a long-distance shot to try and equalise immediately, or do they take their time in plotting an equaliser? Fouad, Nadir! Is the big 2 in front of the Moroccans. Fouad to Nadir, 7 each.
Game on again, Patrick. Game on again. Just when you think Morocco are bowing out, they find a way. They always find a way. It is their dream duo. Fouad and Nadir, the Corona de Oro, capping it off in style.
On the same wavelength, it still needed finishing. Lovely drop of the shoulder from Fouad. He knew where Nadir would be, and all he did was side-foot it past Eduardo Pollo Cortés before he could move. He caught the goalkeeper out. Quick thinking from Nadir, and all of a sudden it's all-out defence for Morocco, because as things stand, we would be going to a penalty shootout.
Absolutely, unless the USA can get a goal.
Morales dispossessed. All of a sudden the momentum is with Morocco. Nice apology there from Saoud, albeit saying to Ortiz, be careful with your follow-through. This is not a scenario that the Americans envisaged. This is not a situation in which they previously found themselves. Fouad now with the trickery. No foul on him. Yes, there was. And who's going to take the free kick? Do you work it short or do you go for goal? That's the dilemma as we move into added time. How much is there going to be? Thomas Lawrence.
We have 3 minutes, so 3 minutes of drama.
3 minutes to win it.
And you've got to be in it to win it, and they're both in it. Next goal surely wins it.
The winners tonight go on to face Colombia in that first semi-final. We've got the 2 other quarter-finals tomorrow with both Brazil and Argentina in action. Sergio El Kun Agüero will be playing for the Albiceleste. But Fouad, who's already scored 2 shootouts, is stood like prime David Beckham over this free kick. If he can score here, that might knock the Americans out. We've already heard the big cheer. Zakaria Hadraf is being told to keep his head by the match official, Luis Daniel Chavez. But Fouad, who has just turned provide, he's already scored twice. Nadir telling his colleague now, Zakaria Hadraf, to calm down, but it is going to be Fouad. Fouad steps up and smashes it over.
Yeah, unlike David Beckham, unable to get that dip. Got it over the wall, but couldn't hit the top corner.
Could have gone for some lessons just up the road from here in Inter Milan player Federico Dimas Di Marco.
More of a Pulisic man when it comes to the dead ball situations, personally.
That's Morales, couldn't make it stick. It's all working the way of Morocco. They don't want to lose it there. They have lost it there to Ortiz. The challengers are flying in. That was a lunge. They want a 2-minute suspension, the US bench. They're not going to get it. But Thomas, have you yet witnessed a penalty at the Kings World Cup Nations? A shootout, I mean, a penalty shootout.
It would be the first we would have in this inaugural Kings World Cup Nations.
Wow.
So I think the neutral wants it.
With a place on the line in the last 4 of the competition. And we need to be clear with our terminology, because I said penalty there, I said shootout. This would be a penalty shootout, traditional one. 5 attempts each. It is going to be Ortiz. Into the box it goes, claimed by the keeper. But he calms things down, no quick release. We played 2 added minutes, it's now up to 4 added minutes, it was initially 3.
Yeah, listen to the roar from those supporters. Should it go to a shootout, which would be the tiebreaker as the shot comes
Nadir. He tried his luck again, this time from a long way out. And just to tell you how you get swept up in this sport, James Rodriguez down to my left, out of picture. He's looking very engrossed in all of this action, everything we're witnessing here. Morocco showing why Nadir is the Corona de Oro, showing why Fouad is so feared. Here he goes again down the left. That was a foul by him. Mijatovic will take the free kick, but Mijatovic seems determined to get into a scuffle here. This is when you need to keep your cool, keep your heads, and stay focused, because it's fine margins and high pressure.
Yeah, and talking about fine margins, it could come down to that when we see the shootout, which would be so exciting, the players starting from the centre circle, unless we have a goal here from the USA.
And they could well get one here, but Fouad there to clear, straight up into the sky. Did it catch the roof? It did.
Yeah.
So we are going to resume with a throw-in to the United States. It's 7-all. They led throughout. They've been pegged back. I said they led throughout. They did actually go one down. They might lose it here. What a chance! What a challenge from Benitez. He scored that stunning goal earlier. This was a sliding challenge. But the referee has now, I think, given a free kick the way of the US.
Yeah, a little tug of the jersey, I think, just stopping the USA breaking forward into the final 20 seconds now. Are USA just going to try and play for the shootout, or will they have one last roll of the dice?
Mijatovic trying to force his way through. Morocco have the ball back. They've got 15 seconds or thereabouts to try and get a winning goal, but it looks like they're settling for a penalty shootout unless Saoud goes for goal. He doesn't. 5 seconds remaining. Nadir may as well try his luck. Nadir does try his luck! Poyo wasn't getting there. Almost a buzzer beater to send Morocco into the semis. That's the full-time whistle. And for the first time at the Kings World Cup Nations Italy 2025, a match will be settled via a penalty shootout.
And this is where we'll see who can hold their nerve best. Get ready. It's been a nerve-jangling penalty shootout, a different one to what perhaps you're accustomed to at home. It's very much like the one we saw from Fouad earlier in the match. They start from the centre circle, so ice hockey style for those who follow ice hockey.
Here we go then. So this is a penalty shootout, ice hockey style. It's not a conventional shootout.
Correct, Patrick.
And 5 each.
5 each, and then of course
they dribble from the centre circle. They have 5 seconds to score.
Yep. As we saw with Fouad earlier, for example. Otherwise, it will go to sudden death should each of the teams convert their penalties after 5. We'll see who can hold their nerve. Obviously, fancy Nadir, Fouad, Amri for Morocco.
Fouad has already scored 2 of these. Wes McKennie, I'm sure, won't have attempted these back in his days in Major League Soccer with Dallas. They won't have necessarily had these opportunities.
Hey, let's go.
See Dallas,
I believe in Poyo, and I believe in every one of you
here. At the dawn of Major League Soccer, that's when they had that. That's when they settled any game that ended level. There was no such thing as a tie. But here, in the Kings League, second quarter-final at this World Cup of Nations, our first ever international tournament between countries, Italy 2025, for a place in the semi-finals where they would play Colombia, victorious earlier on by 6-1 against Uzbekistan. Poyo Cortés has already taken his place. That does mean that the Moroccans are going to be first up. We've seen Fouad score 2 shootouts already. In fact, Poyo Cortés is told to come out of the goal. But Fouad scored 1 shootout because the presidential penalty was delegated to him, and a second one once they pulled the secret card.
Yeah, absolutely. So can he get a hat-trick of shootouts in this match? USA team huddle. Morocco just want this to get started.
Well, Edwin Castro, the president, is out there with his tracksuit top. You just saw him there on your screens. He's been trying to help G up the team. He has temporarily left his post when it comes to streaming duties, left it to his colleague. She is still on standby to talk all of those specialist US viewers through what's to come. A reminder, we've got several international broadcasts in English, in Spanish, in Italian, plus a whole host of other languages, French, Arabic, Portuguese and German, plus all those individual streamers all over the world. We've seen plenty of them, and we're now pushing past 1.7 million devices. Thank you so much for your support. Let's try and get to 2 million, if not tonight, then maybe tomorrow, when Sergio El Kun Agüero plays for Argentina. But enough of that. We have a shootout to settle the second semi-finalist, the second quarter-final.
Good luck, everybody. Sit back at home and enjoy it.
First up, of course, it is Fouad, 3 from 3. The shootout specialist, the coolest man at Mismara, puts Morocco on the board.
Fouad gets Morocco off to a flyer right in front of their supporters. Can the USA hit back right away? Pressure now on. Morocco draw first blood.
And it is now going to be the turn of David Ortiz. You can't miss him with that shock of pink hair. Is it going to be a purple patch for him? He waits, the buzzer sounds. David Ortiz to equalise, it's wide. Advantage Morocco.
Purple pain for
and the
Ortiz.
goalkeeper is claiming he got a hand to it as well. He's pointed to his fingertips in front of the fans.
Don't know if he did or not, to be honest, but either way, Morocco get the result they want, and USA don't get off to the start they wanted. At this rate then, Morocco in the driving seat. Now it's Nadir, just the man you want right now.
Nadir, whose goal set up this shootout in the first place. It was his goal in the last 2 minutes, which was the equaliser from 7-5 to 7-7. And now he wants to make it 2-0 to Morocco. Away he goes, the second in this shootout. Oh, he went for the dink. And it's easy for Poyo. That was very confident in the end. It looks overconfident from Nadir. It's one he may regret.
He who took this game to a shootout, unable to convert in the shootout. Disappointing from him. But Morocco still lead unless Mijatic, who we saw strike the frame of the goal earlier, can score here.
Stefan Mijatic, who really lives and breathes this American cause. He's one of the real characters in the side. Bit of a spiky presence. Can he put it past the goalkeeper? He can't. It's a second save. And now he said to Mijatic, you talk the talk, but you couldn't walk the walk. It's going to kick off here. Well. Mijatic did rile up the Moroccans earlier on. He's only got himself to blame, but Youssef Ben Selam is certainly feeling this.
Yeah, stuck out a leg there. Tension bubbling over.
Eraki. Ordinarily very reliable, the number 99. This to give them a 2-goal lead after 3 in this shootout. It would be a big lead, not quite unassailable, but almost. Can Eraki finish? He can't! It strikes the post. And again, Poyo celebrates because Edwin Castro and his American compatriots are still alive, but only just.
Yeah, Poyo made himself big, made it difficult. And now, in this penalty shoot, which has ebbed and flowed, the USA can still draw level.
Luis Morales, who was the star player in the second half, he couldn't score then. Can he score now? Morales! That's fabulous. Dropped the shoulder and then got the shot away in one motion, a smooth motion, dusting himself off. And we're all tied up at 1 each after 3.
As cool as you like. What a penalty, just took it into his stride, caught by the keeper, it didn't matter, game on again.
Boussoufa. He is the skipper, the captain now, can't afford to shirk the responsibility here, needs to step up. 3, 2, 1, Boussoufa charges forward. Boussoufa steadies himself, rolls it round, Cortés, and scores in the nick of time. And Morocco are once again back in front, thanks to Boussoufa.
Beat the buzzer, did Boussoufa, and he beat Poyo Cortés as well. And now it's 2-1 to Morocco, and the USA have to score to keep their hopes alive.
4 have been taken by Morocco. This is the US's 4th. They don't necessarily need to score just yet. They could still miss and they'd still be alive, but it would be much better if they could find the net. Can they do that? They can't. Morocco, some of them started to celebrate already. It's not done yet. Benitez, who scored that stunning penalty earlier on. But if Morocco score, they're now going to have 2 chances to win it. They can either score their penalty, even if they were to miss, they could still rely on a save to go through to the semi-finals.
Huge moment now. This man here, who put his name on the score sheet earlier, Patrick, in the game, can send these Moroccan fans wild.
It is Saoud to seal it. This would win it if Saoud can bury it. He can't! Poyo Cortés coming up clutch for the Americans. And they can now score to send us into sudden death. This game just won't end.
Or will it be the Moroccan keeper now, Patrick, who keeps it out, and meaning that Morocco would win it? Oh, this is tense. Right down to the last kick, or last save, literally.
Yeah, Ben Salam between the sticks now for Morocco once again. He's already made a couple of saves. This is huge now for Nicky Hernandez and the United States. Hernandez has to score to keep the game alive. He doesn't. It's tipped onto the post, and Morocco have emerged from the last chance round to take their place in the semi-finals. The US led almost from start to finish, but it is the team from the Maghreb, the only African nation at the Kings World Cup Nations, who are into the last four to send their supporters wild at Mabashara. Disappointment for the United States from McKennie, Pulisic, Weah et al. But Morocco held their nerve in the shootout.
The late show indeed. Nadir taking this game, forcing this game to a shootout. He fluffed his lines during the shootout. It didn't matter. Their keeper is being hoisted aloft now out on the pitch. Look at these scenes, unbridled joy. Try telling these players it's just about the fun. Far from it. They want to win it. Nice sportsmanship as well, as the Moroccan players also come across and congratulate and commiserate the USA players on their performance. But what a moment. Morocco, our second semi-finalist. They'll face Colombia. And Nadir, despite his penalty miss in the shootout, man of the match.
Nadir scoring the goal that set up the shootout in the first place, making full use of that rule whereby the last 2 minutes see goals worth double. Disappointment for Edwin Castro. He's down on his haunches and he's absolutely crushed, but those Moroccans are celebrating back home. The Moroccans here are partying in Milan, and Mabashara, dare I say it, is red.
Yeah, it's a home from home, and it has been all week for the Moroccans. They take another step towards Turin. And here are the stats and facts, Patrick, in a thrilling game. Arguably the game of the tournament so far.
Game of the tournament for me, absolutely. The US, who had won both of their first matches, they got a bye through to the quarterfinals. As for Morocco, they had to do it the hard way. They came through the last chance, and now they've come through the quarterfinals. It is going to be Colombia against Morocco. We're going to see that game on Friday, the first semi-final. We've still got a second semi-final to be decided. Argentina against Mexico's first up tomorrow. In our next quarter-final, Brazil against Turkey. We could have an Argentina-Brazil semi-final, but we at least know Colombia, Morocco.
And we are back then, enjoying these scenes here at the Mabashara. The Moroccans naturally continuing to celebrate an epic match, epic performance. And it's what the Kings League is all about, Patrick. Just keeps on surprising right until the very end. expect the unexpected. I know I've said it time and time again. It's not a cliche, it's true.
Yeah, we saw the highlights there, but this is how it ended. As you can see, Colombia winning 6-1 in the earlier game against Uzbekistan. That was very one-sided. This was anything but. The US leading by 7-5. Nadir Luar scoring late on in the final 2 minutes of play to send the game to a shootout, but a shootout which is an unconventional one whereby they dribble from the centre circle, and in the end it was very low scoring, that shootout. Morocco winning it by 2-1.
Yeah, just look at these moments, and they're savouring it right now, the Moroccans who march on, and they'll be taking on Colombia in the first semi-final, January the 10th. Tomorrow we'll find out our other semi-finalists, Argentina against Mexico, Brazil against Turkey. So we could have, as you quite rightly said earlier, an Argentina-Brazil semi-final, which would be fantastic. Morocco and Colombia then one more hurdle to go through to the final. Colombia, will they be in the final? Well, they certainly laid down another marker. They mopped the floor of Uzbekistan. One way, I think, is a fair way of defining this match, really.
Absolutely, we're seeing the goals there. Palacios and then Camilo Mena, the goalkeeper, Guti with that finish there. And then a goal from Ortega after James Rodriguez had surprisingly missed his presidential penalty, as did Islam, who sent it wide, and that's when you knew the writing was on the wall for Uzbekistan. That was the volleyed finish from Alejandro Ortega, followed by the fireworks there, channeling Faustino Asprilla, as Thomas mentioned. They got a little bit of luck as well. That ball ricocheted off post and bar. They would eventually get nothing more than a consolation from Javlonbek, and in the end Quintero would score one final goal for Colombia, and they were outstanding. This was the Quintero finish to make absolutely sure 6-1 winners against Uzbekistan, much to the pride of James Rodriguez.
Yeah, a very proud Colombian watching on. He was engrossed in this fixture. Unfortunately for him, Patrick, he wasn't able to score his presidential penalty. It was a really good save, though. He struck it well, but full marks to the Uzbekistan keeper. Golikov, if I'm not mistaken, pronounced that correctly, made the save, but he continued to cheer on his teammates from this position pitch side, and here it is. This is his moment. Many expected him to convert it, seeing his very impressive career. Porto, Real Madrid, amongst others, and here he is.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich as well, yeah, I forgot about that spell in Deutschland with the Bundesliga boys, and here it was, but yeah, great save.
An instinct there just kicked in, him trying to convert the rebound, but this penalty is just like a penalty in a conventional penalty shootout in an 11-a-side game. If the goalkeeper makes the save, then it is over. Unless, of course, in very rare scenarios, it spins up and spins in, but it wasn't going to there. But a lot of Colombian pride, they're still here. They stayed on to witness that second quarter-final, understandably so, to get an insight into their opposition when these two semi-finals are played on Friday. A reminder, tomorrow, Thursday, day 8, we'll see the remaining two quarter-finals, a pair of fixtures with those games featuring Brazil and Argentina.
And featuring Simon Harding and Patrick Kendrick on the commentary, which will be fabulous, and also produce fireworks indeed. Now, let's watch back and try again this USA-Morocco breathless encounter, Patrick. Where do we start?
The Corona d'Oro is where we start. Nadir with the opening goal. It was then Devin Vega who equalised, and then this fabulous goal from Pollo Cortés. That was in the first 5 minutes of play when we got reduced numbers. Then a penalty which Luis Morales both won and converted, and the US were 3-1 up. But there would be a goal. Iraqi with the deflected finish. That made it 3-2, and Morocco were back in the game. Until another goal from Pollo Cortés, his second, goalkeeper pitching in with 2. But then a stunning finish there from Benitez after that give and go. But Fouad was very reliable with these shootouts. Edwin Castro missed his presidential penalty. Scored it rather, just slotted it in. And then this finish from Saoud got them right back into the game as well. That was the Benitez finish into the top corner.
What a goal it was. And then Fouad right in the nick of time here, and reopening the contest with that secret card. And then Nadir, who took the game to the shootout, the Corona d'Oro, which is the equivalent of the Ballon d'Or in traditional football. Then straight to that shootout.
And that was the decisive penalty, the one missed there by Hernandez, Nicky Hernandez, the disappointed man. But then again, so many players missed in the shootout. Nadir, Iraqi and Saud all missed. So too did Mijatovic, Ortiz and Benitez as well. A reminder, we're building towards Allianz Stadium on the 12th of January 2025. You can still get your tickets at kingsleague.pro. And a reminder of what's to come tomorrow. The second two semi-finals. We had the first quarter-finals. We had the first day of quarter-finals today. We've got another pair of fixtures tomorrow. Brazil, Turkey and Argentina, Mexico.
Absolutely, absolutely. Brazil against Turkey and Argentina tomorrow against Mexico. Argentina will have Sergio Kun Agüero involved.
They will indeed, they will indeed. And there he is.